Welcome back to Tintin and the Prisoners of the Sun. Help me to cross jungle, Senor Tintin.
Sure, why not?
The line. No, I don't think he even use that tagline anymore.
Also, programmers, the branches on the top are literally overshadowing the HUD. That might be a problem, so...
Also, why didn't if he's having a hard time getting over there, why don't he just walk to the left and go over the one that isn't broken?
Because
Or just
then
walk
we wouldn't.
around.
Because then we wouldn't have a level, Bloops.
Yeah, it's like this is like an escort mission where your partner doesn't die, but it's still annoying as fuck for some reason.
Yeah.
How did we manage to pull that?
Only these designers, because everything about
This is a new kind of crappy AI.
I mean, I take the escort missions in Jack 2 all the day.
random animal that wants to kill me.
Tapir.
Random tapir that wants to kill me for no reason.
I don't think they were trying to kill you though.
Well, they must have got wind of what Tintin did that one time, and they're trying to kill him.
Anyway, yeah, like, honestly, too, that's just the thing. Pretty much everything about these games from a design standpoint is wrong. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, who the hell thought this was fun? And I'm speaking for both games when I say this. Like, I don't understand how did they actually play their own game and thought, yes, this is something that people are going to enjoy playing.
Pedro, this was like the time where stuff, well, a bit later, but it was the time when stuff like Battletoads were all the way, so developers didn't really care or beta tested their own products.
No, but
Testers were a luxury.
But here's the thing, Tail. Battletoads was intentionally designed to be cheap for the sake of avoiding the rental market. This game, on the other hand, it's not even a matter of the main reason why it's difficult is because of bad, stupid design choices, not so much because of intentional difficulty. This is literally this gets the feeling that I get the feeling that this game was designed by people that haven't even played video games and don't have a basic idea of what makes games fun.
This is what happens when non-gamer parents make video games.
Because
The soccer mom's game.
No, please, God.
Soccer mom's game.
let's have Zorino slowly crawl for the level while we act like his butler and basically pave his own path for him, because that's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
We could be.
Yeah, I'm having a blast watching this.
Like I've said before, how sad is it that of the only good Tintin video game is the tie-in to the shitty Spielberg movie? How sad is that?
Ouch.
It's the only one that's good. Basically, it's an Uncharted clone, which makes sense for a franchise like Tintin. Yeah, that's pretty much the best.
One of the scenes in the Tintin movies was pretty much replicated in Uncharted 4, the part where Tintin and Haddock used the sidecar to chase off the Falcon.
Yeah.
Ourselves.
So it made sense for Ubisoft to go that route, obviously. And the developers of this game, on the other hand, should we make it like a side-scrolling platformer where you shoot people like in the cartoon? No. Let's just have Tintin do these most incredible menial tasks that are incredibly boring. It's like an entire... Okay, you know about those moments in David Cage games where we're changing a baby's diaper, or we're doing the steps so we can pour a bottle of wine. It's like they made an entire game of nothing but that stuff. Like
Also snakes.
yeah,
How exciting.
basically, Shiro, in the original book and cartoon, this snake actually catches a Reno, and Tintin shoots it in the head to save him. However, that might be fun, so we can't have that. Let's have Tintin throw rocks at it. Because as we all know, the best way to handle snakes is by throwing rocks at them. Right? Especially big ones. The big problem with this boss battle is that when you throw the rock, obviously the rock bypasses the snake and goes to the other side, so you have to constantly, bypass the snake to get the rocks back. Here's the problem. And yes, what happened there is I forgot that I even had the rock because this fucking graphics were constantly overshadowing the fucking HUD. Whatever. The point is, it's a badly designed boss, And I'm honestly wondering how the hell you're even supposed to beat this thing without cheats, because I've never figured out how. I'm sure there's like a YouTube playthrough out there that shows you how, but the problem is that this game is so completely unintuitive. Like, there's no discernible pattern with how the way the snake moves. You just have to... This is one of those games where the only way you're gonna really know how to beat it is by being part of the people who designed it. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Basically, it's kind of like with Bloodwings Pumpkinhead's Revenge. The only way you're going to be able to beat it is by basically giving up your entire life to dedicating to beating it and deciphering every single bit of programming in the game.
Yeah.
I go find canoe.
No, that's me. I go find canoe to cross the river, blah blah blah.
I forgot, Pedro. When did the Spielberg movie adaptation video game came out? Which year?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't the same year as the
Same time
movie.
the movie did.
I don't think it was. I don't remember if it was in the same day.
I forgot. Was it like 2011?
11.
Oh, because for a while Ubisoft really sucked in doing licensed games.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not saying that the Tintin tie-in game is spectacular or anything. It's basically Discount Uncharted.
Is it at least functional?
It is functional. It's basically.
So that's already a step up.
It's exactly the thing too. That how sad is that? That the tie-in game that's basically an Uncharted clone is the best Tintin game. This game, especially considering how of all the games that have been made, this is the game that captures the look better. These ones, I mean, these two. Alright, so basically, even though we're trying to cross this river in a canoe while killing crocodiles with our wooden paddles, because as we all know, the skins in crocodiles are soft enough to be killed with a paddle, right?
Yeah.
But then again, this is Tintin, and Tintin will never respect the laws of physics, so I guess this is technically...
Or the laws in general.
Laws of nature.
Tintin, breaking the laws of physics.
Rules of nature.
The 40s.
Take that, alligator. Exciting.
I know, right?
Exciting chocolate milk riding.
We could, I mean, don't get me wrong, audience. Unlike the previous game, this game does have some better concepts for action set pieces. Like we saw the Condor, we saw that thing where he was running away from the shooting in the boat. Even though it was badly designed, it was still an actual okay concept. And we're about to see one now. Maybe we'll find a passage further up. I don't know who says it, but it doesn't matter.
Alright.
Someone says it.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, really.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this level. Okay. I hate this level. Whoever played this game, whoever played this game like I have will know what I mean when I say fuck this level. Fuck this level in the anus. Okay, it doesn't look that bad now, especially considering the water is. This is actually one of those rare games where you can actually fall into the water and swim. You'd think in a game like this the water would kill you, but surprisingly no.
Well, yeah, water moves. I'm surprised it doesn't.
Alright, so basically it looks... At first it just looks like a basic platforming stage. So it doesn't look too bad now, but trust me, it gets worse.
Obviously.
That's the thing about this game. It starts off somewhat...
It's just an escalation.
Yeah. And jump. Yeah, another problem with the platforming in this level is
leap
that...
of faith?
Yeah.
We have a leap of faith, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Yes!
We did it! No!
Fuck.
Too soon.
So yeah, there you go. In a stage where in order to progress you have to do precision platforming, you have to take leaps of faith. That's
With these kind of controls, that's so charming.
It
Those
is.
things do not work together.
At all.
Oh, it looks bullshit even when you're not doing the leap of faith
Ah.
stuff.
Wait a minute. Why is he going through the fucking platform right now? I have no... There's also a serious problem with the hit detection in these games. Let me remind you how at the beginning of the Tibet game, I fell through the fucking wood boards in the first level.
but you landed in the same spot the second time?
Yeah, it's exactly like I did the first time. So I can only conclude that the hit detection in this... Sorry, the collision detection in this game fucking sucks.
In other news, water is wet, the sky is blue.
Well, actually, guys, we haven't brought this up earlier, so technically, no. Sorry.
Well, we've seen enough of it to know that.
Well, not, trust me, this is one of those stages where it becomes the most apparent.
Also, this chill out music. It's like discount lounge music.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's still better, if anything, because it's not...
Better than Blinky Blonky.
Better than nothing.
But it's still not very good. Although, honestly, I'm gonna have to say this. I think I'll still prefer the because at the very least that's funny to make fun of. This is just boring.
Yeah.
I think the best track in the game is the music that plays when you're watching a cutscene.
At least the music in the Mega Drive game, the Tibet game, stands out. Not for the right reasons, mind you, but it stands out all the same.
Did you do a jump cut there?
Yes, because I fell. I didn't want to torture you guys with me going all the way back up. Okay, let's try this again.
Yeah, well, hey, at least the animations are still as smooth as from the last game.
Yeah!
Yeah, but that's the problem, Dweebs.
They
If that's
bust-
one of the only few things that are actually interesting about the game, that's still a problem.
It's about looking that all the effort went into the
same state.
into the visuals. That's it. Brilliant. All right, let's try this again. Basically, you have to jump at the very last. You have to have the pixel perfect in when you have to time it just at the last second. Ugh.
Now that's a leap of faith.
Yeah.
Okay, basically what you have to do here, you have to drop in here and you get to get that rope. Exactly how this rope got in here is beyond me, because in the cartoon and comic, they already have the ropes with them. So yeah, but as you can see here, we're emulating that bit from the book / cartoon where he's gonna fall for the waterfall.
Alright.
Tintin
And there
must
we
be
go.
soaked.
And suddenly he now has Snowy on a backpack, even though he didn't have it in the actual level. Under the waterfall, Tintin has found...
A Nazi, apparently. No, that's the captain.
He's
okay.
found an exclamation mark.
an ancient entrance to the Temple of the Sun.
It
Roll
looks like
credits.
Temple of the John.
Well, actually, no. The English title is Prisoner of the Sun, so technically no.
Non-roll credits.
Okay.
And look at that, that came with the scary face on our
Oh, trust me, Teo. It gets worse. Guess what? This level is a maze.
This sounds terrible.
That's because it is. Sheila.
Now let's have a magic door trick. Choose door number 1, 2, or 3, and that's just only the starting point.
Oh, trust me, Teo. Believe it or not, if you know the path in advance like I do, because I did some rehearsed playthroughs of this level before I recorded this, if you know the predetermined path, you can actually finish this level in like 2 minutes.
Also,
There's a shit ton of actual level that goes absolutely nowhere. Trust me, you're not gonna see
trial and
that.
error.
You're not gonna see much of this level. That's because there's a shit ton of passages that lead absolutely nowhere and are just a waste of your time.
Also, gotta love how the small rocks damaged you when you were actually pulling away that boulder from the entrance.
Isn't it? Don't you like that? Don't you?
No, at all.
The way the amount of sarcasm I've used in this part, so I might as well call it the Sarky part.
Okay, so now we're supposed to go through.
Also, this music again.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to go through here. And yeah, so yeah, if you when you're playing this for the first time, get ready to waste the shit. And remember, you're on a timer.
Yeah, right. I even forgot about that, but true.
You know, if I were playing this game, I'd have just put Mount Moon's music over this. Not the forest one.
Oh, yeah. See, Teo, you're supposed to fall through there because you're supposed to know that you can fall through there. Brilliant!
Aren't the statues like indicating somehow the way,
No.
like the way the wind blows?
No, they're not. Even if they are, the game doesn't convey that to you in any way, shape, or form. I don't think they are, at least. Anyway, yeah. You're supposed to just know that you can go through that part of the floor and then climb up until that central passage, because that's so intuitive. I mean, obviously, right, Teo?
Obviously.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come
Okay.
on.
First time. And I fell. Fuck this game.
Yeah, I've the past two parts.
It looks
are
pretty.
just
It looks pretty, but I might as well just be watching the cartoon or reading the comic. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I have the cartoon on Blu-ray, so
exactly. All right, and now this is one of the final passages you have to go. And guess what? Now we have all. Notice here. You have that passage there, but you're not supposed to go there. It leads to nowhere. That one as well. You're not supposed to go there. You're supposed to go through here for the foreground, and you're supposed to go in this one. So as you can see, this level has a shit ton of.
One that is supposedly blocked.
So as you can see, this level has a shit ton of passages that go absolutely nowhere.
sacrilege. Seize them.
Seize them. All right, you be the prince of the sun or king of the sun,
Sure,
or the Inca,
might as well.
the Inca king or whatever the hell he's called. Take him before the Inca. That's me.
You know it.
Go ahead, Dibs.
Strangers.
Actually, never mind. That's the Inca. Go ahead. Sorry. Dibs.
Strangers, our laws decree but one penalty.
You will die.
Those who violate the temple of the sun shall be put to death.
Obviously.
Gosh.
Also, I'm perfectly capable of speaking fluent English. Your friend who dared to wear the sacred bracelet.
I'll also die.
Of
Teo?
Musketeers Park will suffer the same fate. So
Not
we're
slower,
not, by the
because-
way, I think we actually never asked doing the original tale or anything.
Wait,
we
he's
never
granting us a
understood.
favor. He's gonna
Yeah, I
kill
will
us.
grant you one favor because I'm apparently stupid this way. You may choose the hour and the day for
Oh,
some
nice.
reason of execution. Yeah,
Can we do it today?
a thing that I actually... So, the supposed magic mummy of Raskal Kapar at the beginning that both caused the plague and did all
Never
the
gets addressed.
fireworks. Yeah,
Hey, Snowy, where did you find that paper?
Okay, basically, Shiroi, at this point in the book, this is me showing off what happens when you time out.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Shiroi, basically, at this point in the book, what happens is, Snowy is for the paper, and it's through that particular piece of paper that Tintin learns that there's going to be an eclipse in a specific day and time. However, the developers decided to take that as an excuse to make a puzzle, literally a puzzle.
And not a fun one.
And guess what? You're making a literal puzzle where you're putting together pieces. And remember, you're on a timer. However, you might be thinking...
it wouldn't be bad on its own if it wasn't for the time limit.
Hold on, Teo. Believe it or not, it's about to get worse.
Of course.
Notice how you can see the silhouette of the form, so you can know where to put the pieces.
Yes.
All right, now let's just wait a couple seconds.
Seriously, it looks like Australia if it melted.
Ugh, that's grim.
Anytime now.
Any minute now.
There you go. The silhouette disappears after a couple seconds. Now you're basically playing a blind puzzle.
You know, Pedro, suddenly the doctrinal track puzzles don't seem to be that bad.
Well, no, yeah, true, but come on, Teo, this is a fucking low standard. This is
Yeah.
possibly the lowest standard ever.
I'll take relatively easy puzzles over this.
No, of
Wait,
course.
Hang on. The one on the right, does that say...
No,
rape?
rape.
no. Let me. For the sake of clarifying, let me just say that because the problem with Lautrec's puzzles is not that they're so much badly designed. There are a couple that I think could have been better, but for the most part, the Lautrec puzzle's main problem to me is that they're way too easy. Like that, way too easy. Especially those ones where you have to decipher those Latin riddles and find out where to draw the path according to those. Those are so like. Anyway, the point is that
To be fair, the minefield ones kinda were bullshit, but that's the other opposite of a spectrum.
yeah. But the point is, the problem with the Trex puzzles is that they're way too fucking easy, and to quote Spoonie, Linkara, and Doug, because it's a puzzle, you ninny, it's supposed to be hard to solve. But anyway, this puzzle, on the other hand, this isn't even hard, or it's in the problem of difficult.
It's just cheap.
This game is this is literally, you might as well be playing the game in the dark with your TV off. That's basically what you're doing here.
I mean, with actual, because this is essentially a jigsaw puzzle. I mean, with actual jigsaw puzzles, you are doing them pretty much blind without any sense of where to actually place anything.
The problem
is
is that
this is designed.
the problem is that unlike traditional jigsaw puzzles where you can just, there's an actual picture that you're putting in, it's very easy. This one, on the other hand, it's never clear where each piece goes where and how it connects to others.
The method of an actual jigsaw puzzle doesn't actually work here.
And keep in mind, everybody, I'm on a timer. So not only do I have to basically play this in the fucking dark, I have to do it quickly. Someone actually play-tested this and figured, yes, this is let's go with this. There's nothing wrong with this.
This is a very weird-looking puzzle.
Akira Tago would slap the fuck out of these developers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing it's easier at this point since you've fitted most of
Oh, that
them.
reminds me, Dwebs, I never...
He's verbed.
Oh, okay. I'll wait for it to come back then. The point is, this puzzle sucks. I don't think I need to explain anymore.
Yeah. Also, it's even the interface that's kind of a problem. Instead of just picking the puzzle, the pieces by going... Or usually, when it comes to this type of puzzle on a console, using the directional cross, up, down, left, and right, usually scrolls between each piece and you decide how to put them. Here, it's like a point-and-click game when you're using without a mouse. And any console player knows pretty much that it's very bullshit to use a cursor on console games with a controller.
It's not just that, though. Here's another it's just one of those things where I cannot believe that the people who made this game literally looked at themselves and thought, you know what we should do, guys? Let's make a puzzle level out of the newspaper. How did you even arrive at this conclusion?
Sorry for the pun, but on paper, this idea is not that bad on its own. It's just that immediately after, the execution is horrible.
Yeah.
In every sense of the way.
Guess what? So you're probably wondering, how the hell am I even managing this? I've literally got a picture of the puzzle right next to me as I'm playing this.
You're finishing the job that the game has started, essentially.
Yeah. That's the only way you're going to be able to solve this your first time. I refuse to believe that the YouTube playthroughs that I've seen did it completely fair. I refuse to believe it, because there's no way someone can actually figure this out on their own, unless they're blessed by the gods or something and manage to completely luck out. Especially considering, remember, we're on a time limit. Oh my... Well, that sucked. Moving on.
It's almost over anyway.
Anyway, I guess I'll take over. Oh, Noble of the Sun, we wish to die in 18 days' time at 11 o'clock.
Because these guys have clocks that are perfectly aligned with the current time they have. Granted...
Oh, come on, Taylor. Just because they're Incas, that doesn't mean they're fucking Amish people. Come on.
Well, to be honest, I have to say the Colombian civilizations had actually quite the technology in a sense of astrology, math, and similar on their own, at least.
By the way,
it could have been possible.
By the way,
another thing, they're making a level on a sequence that shouldn't even be.
Exactly. Basically, Shiro, this never happens in the book. They just
get escorted, but here he's just running for their lives and people are trying to kill them.
I don't...
How are they in any more danger than they have been in throughout the rest of this mess?
Not just that, Shiroi. What is even the point of this? Ugh.
And there we go. It's a marathon now.
Alright.
Way to actually...
Go ahead, too.
Oh, Pachamac,
Pachacamac.
bless Lord, Pachacamac, bless Lord of the day, praise the sun and shit, maker of earth, God and all of life.
By the way, Eric, good job on making every single Peruvian Incan descendant look like a racist asshole.
Strike now with thine and avenging rays.
Oh, sublime Pachacamac, display thy power. I implore. Basically, Shiroi, his plan is to pretend that he can control the sun while the eclipse is going, so that he can convince the Incas that he's divine.
Because that's what you do. I know that your lives are in danger and everything, but essentially Tintin is doing a terroristic act by using superstition against these people who don't know better.
To be fair, Teo, it was either this or get killed.
Mercy,
Oh,
stranger,
what a-
take the
what a-
sun, show his light, make the sun show his light again, please.
You know what's interesting?
I want
So
to be
this
with
did
Solaire.
not happen in the book either.
Oh, no, no, this happened in the book. This is actually one of the key
Okay.
plot
I
points
will
of the
grant
book.
whatever you desire.
So, go ahead, Tibbs.
Oh, hang on. So be it, noble
Inca.
Inca. I accept your word.
That's Tintin you're doing, you know that, right?
Yeah, Tintin being a god. I will entreat the sun to reappear. O sun, pity thy children and show thy light once more.
The funny thing is, if you ever read Berserk, you know that an eclipse like this is actually bad. And there you go. By Pachacamac, the sun obeys him.
Because
And
we're
we're
Indians,
too
therefore we're
stupid.
stupid.
Quickly set them free.
Don't get me wrong, I get that there's still plenty of religions out there in the world, but even religious people of today aren't this stupid. Come on.
Ox News.
Well,
I keep my word, noble strangers. You are free.
then again, we have that creationist on YouTube who thinks that the sun is nothing but a light source, so I guess...
Again, I honestly think that the Disney Atlantis movie had the best compromise in having this kind of plot,
Yeah.
with the ancient civilization actually going on a twist with that without necessarily having to go full religion.
Also, Pedro, pretty sure that person is a minority, even among creationists, because I'm pretty sure most creationists would tell her that she's dull too.
Oh yeah, they will, I'm sure they will.
Your wish shall be granted, yeah.
And
that's it.
that's the end of the game.
Friendship!
Okay.
Friendship is magic. Let's go home.
Basically, what happens in the book. Basically, what happens in the book
Also,
is.
the captain's face is priceless.
Basically, what happens in the book. What happens in the book is Zorino stays with the Inca because it's good. But evil king that threatened to kill my friends. I'll stay around with you since I have no parents to take care of me. I guess.
Also, Bruno, I liked Bugs Bunny Lost in Time and Dogs of War, but sorry, your company topped big time with these two games.
Not just that. By the way, as I was trying to tell you earlier during the puzzle, I forgot. I don't think I've told you this before, but at the end of the credits of Layton's Mystery Journey, it says right there, "In loving memory of Akira Tago." So yeah, like Kino said in the announcement trailer that the game would be dedicated to him, and it was indeed. But anyway,
I just wish there was more puzzle variety in that game, though.
well, considering it's their first non-Tago effort, I think it's fine. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, this game sucks for the exact same reasons that the first one did. However, this one is even worse. This one...
because the new things that they introduce are just as bullshit.
Yeah, even more though. That puzzle in particular. I refuse to believe that the people on YouTube who did the playthroughs of this game did that puzzle their first time without any help. I refuse to believe it.
Again, the captain's face sums up everything about these games. You just want to scream and run away from them.
How do you even manage to solve that puzzle your first time without any help under the time limit? How do you even... No, I refuse to... unless, of course...
Or even solve the door maze.
It's like 1 in a million. It's like a 1 in a million shot, basically. You might as well...
Luke Skywalker will manage to do that.
The game ties your hands in a way that where you might as well be playing with your TV off. Anyway, yeah, the game fucking
Tintin on
sucks.
the blank screen.
It looks pretty. The music instrumentation is better. However, as a result, it's nowhere near as funny to listen to. So that even in itself is kind of a setback. Even they got worse by getting better somehow. The gameplay is fucking atrocious. And yeah, like I said, it looks pretty, but pretty graphics cannot disguise terrible design. Just ask Final Fantasy XIV. Anyway, terrible too.
Yeah, pretty much garbage, even compared to the first game. And yeah, again, the new things that it introduces are so bullshit. Of course, it may capture the stories for the most part. That final sequence where Tintin and the captain just runs to their sacrifice altar. I guess that what they wanted to do was create a source of urgency that he needs to be at the precise time. But that's still bullshit because he actually has decided time and the day of his execution anyway. So, yeah. The music is a bit better, but not very much. This composer clearly doesn't know how to actually compose. I mean, and it's sad because you'd think that the Super Nintendo would allow him to be a bit more expressive. This composer is not that able to do, to do this type of workings of this game. And yeah, there's a whole bullshit timer thing again, but we already covered that. Yeah, pretty much garbage. Just forget about it. Or as Jeremy Jensen said, forget about it in T-. Yep, already forgot.
Okay, Debs, read Shiroi's final thoughts, if you please.
Okay, can I have my thoughts first?
Go ahead.
Okay, now for Shiroi's thoughts. Presentation-wise, the game looks as good as a Tintin game, the show and the comics. Music is better than it was in the previous game, but still isn't very memorable. Gameplay is still total bullshit. And that's it, LOL, BRB.
Alright, Debs, now your final thoughts.
I just gave them.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, this game fucking sucked. Tune in for Tintin Destination Adventure on the PlayStation 1, which was also made by Infogrames. It was the last Infogrames game, which I've never actually played. However, it's
maybe this one will maybe a bit better than this.
I am in the process of waiting for it to arrive in the mail. So you'll see it. Maybe we might do a certain other French, not French, but Tintin is technically Belgian. But might do another European comic inspired game in the meantime. So it depends on how things go. But don't worry, we'll get to Destination Adventure and then the tie-in game with the Spielberg movie.